Iran has issued a threat that if the U.S. military does not stop bombing, it will detonate all oil fields in the Middle East, just as it did in Iraq back then. Pakistan urgently transported a large number of air defense weapons from China to Saudi Arabia by air overnight to assist the Middle East in defending against Iran. The Grand Ayatollah of Iran issued religious manhunt orders against Trump and Netanyahu, calling on everyone to carry out the orders. Trump began a ground offensive, assembling the 3rd Mechanized Infantry Division and the 1st Division in northern Iraq. Meanwhile, 9 MC-130 transport aircraft carried Delta Force, SEALs, and the British Special Air Service into Turkey, preparing to carry out a decapitating operation on Larijani and destroy Iran's underground nuclear facilities when the U.S. forces launched a ground offensive. The USS Lincoln Aircraft Carrier Battle Group advanced towards the Gulf of Oman again to cooperate with ground forces. Iran was the first to dispatch a large number of drones from Bomber to attract anti-aircraft firepower. Immediately after, a drone launch from Bandar Abbas made a low-altitude breakthrough and severely damaged the USS Lincoln aircraft carrier. Iran also launched a hypersonic missile carrying 22 independently targetable warheads at Israel. The Israeli military launched over 30 anti-aircraft missiles in an emergency, all of which failed to be intercepted. At least 16 warheads hit the targets, causing severe damage to the Israeli mainland. At this very moment, Kim Jong-un suddenly declared that the electromagnetic pulse missiles and separable hypersonic missiles used by Iran were all provided by North Korea. I reckon no one will believe it. Ali Khamenei's son, Mojtaba Khamenei, has been elected as the supreme leader of Iran on his first day in office. He ordered that only Chinese oil tankers be allowed to pass through the already blockaded Strait of Hormuz. Currently, over 400 oil tankers are trapped in the Persian Gulf. The implications behind this are obvious. China has also dispatched a special envoy to Saudi Arabia to help coordinate a ceasefire between Iran and the Middle Eastern countries. Trump had planned to quickly resolve the Iran issue, but now he has found himself in a protracted war. Trump is truly desperate now. He has once again intensified his attacks, assembling over 80 fighter jets to launch a large-scale bombing campaign against more than 200 military targets in Iran, aiming to destroy the underground command center. Ground forces, including Delta Force and the 1st Cavalry Division's Special Forces, were sent to infiltrate the Tabriz area. However, Iran had received intelligence in advance and set up a heavy ambush. The two sides engaged in fierce battles for several hours. The 92nd Motorized Infantry Division of Iran suffered heavy losses, and 2 senior U.S. officers and dozens of soldiers were captured. Iran also obtained high-tech weapons from an unknown source and shot down 13 U.S. MQ-9 Reaper drones within a day. Iran also launched 8 hypersonic multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicle MKRV missiles, hitting a base in northern Israel where 180,000 troops were gathered, causing over 1,000 casualties. Mojtaba Khamenei made it clear that there would be no ceasefire until all U.S. troops were completely expelled from the Middle East. Israel can no longer withstand Iran's relentless attacks. The USS Ford aircraft carrier has been dispatched to the Red Sea to assist Israel in its defense. 4 U.S. aircraft carrier battle groups are simultaneously involved in the strikes against Iran. Iran has obtained precise coordinates of numerous Israeli military targets from Chinese social media platforms. Mojtaba has ordered a large-scale attack, and Israel is now in a state of high alert. At the same time, Iran has strongly demanded that Middle Eastern countries not allow the U.S. military to use their military bases, aiming to force the U.S. to stop its intervention and then engage in a decisive battle with Israel. However, Netanyahu continues to pressure Trump to launch strikes, sending multiple B-52 bombers to raid Tehran. Iran activated the Bavar 373 air defense missile system and quickly locked onto the B-52 bombers. The U.S. Central Command urgently ordered the bombers to withdraw. Subsequently, Israel launched fighter jets to attack Tehran, but all the cruise missiles they fired were intercepted by Iran's air defense system. The battle has now entered its 11th day, and Iran has deployed a large number of high-tech weapons. Trump has urgently ordered the USS Eisenhower and USS Bush aircraft carrier battle groups to rush to the Middle East to join the strikes against Iran. Iran has begun using cluster bombs against Israel, hitting a northern soldier assembly point with 22 cluster bombs, causing heavy casualties among Israeli soldiers. At the same time, it has launched heavy hypersonic missiles to attack Israel's seawater desalination plants. If these core facilities are destroyed, it will cause widespread panic among the Israeli population.